Hello guys, welcome back to 40 Minesweeper Variants. Today we are going to try and do Q5. Last time I wasn't able to do it, but I should be able to do at least one of them. I already knew this. Great. Just great, of course. So, well, there has to be one in here. This one wants at least two in here. So like this. How did I click a mine? Okay. Well, there has to at least be one mine in here. What? It really doesn't help me, what? So, there has to be at least one in here. And there has to be two in here. And your most logical conclusion would be that one would have to be here. But no. It doesn't want me. It doesn't let me. So there has to at least be one mine in here. But how on earth? It's like, does that mean that like this one has a mine to itself? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how does that make any sense? What is the logical conclusion of that working? So there has to at least be one mine in here. At least one mine. So there's one mine, there has to be one mine in here. There has to be at least one mine in here. Because of the quad rule. And this 2 wants 2 in here. So that, it's like they share these two, like, okay. They share, oh, that's not very good. They share this spot. Alright? You would think at least like, oh, there has to be one here, but no. I guess maybe because like because of the quad rule, it then because like you have, if we're doing like another color, then you have this, and you have to have at least one. So like it then cancels these two out, and then you have to have one in here. That doesn't make any sense, but at least now I know. That this 4 already has 2. That's the okay. We need 4, so we need 2. So there has to be at least 2 in here, and the quad rule says that there's at least one mine in every 2x2 area. This one's done. This one is not done, but it does have mine. And this one isn't done. So there has to be a mine here and then a mine. There has to be at least one mine here. So there has to be at least one mine here because of this quad. So that means that. Oh, okay. At least so these can't be it. So then there's 3. Okay, that's easy. Has to be. So this one's done. This one's done. Okay, so that one and that one's done. And there's these ones which aren't done. So, we need at least one. And we need at least one in here. So we need at least one in here. So we need at least one in here, right? And there's the one that's here. And And there's also the one that's here. So I have to have at least one in here. So there's 4 in here. Must at least be 1 in here. Probably get rid of that. Which actually means that you're completed. So at least be 1 in here. This one's already done. This one isn't. So that probably means. What? How is that? Well, what's this one? So there has to at least be 1 in here, which makes sense. Oh, actually, no, it'd be right here. This one's complete, this one's complete. There has to be at least 1 mine in here. There's at least 1 mine, so there's 2 mines. There has to be 1 in here. So there has to be a mine there. There should be at least 1 mine here. That one's done, that one's done, that one isn't done. But that doesn't make any sense, because there has to be at least 1 in here. Then there's at least 1 in here. And then also at least 1 in here. So and it's saying there's at least 1 in here. But that doesn't help, because there has to at least be 1 in here, which makes sense. And then, like, there's this one. It's like maybe because it's like the quad rule is like similar to the like from this 4 and this 4. If they were still active, if this one was active, you'd have that rule, you know. So then like, because then now I have to at least be 1 in here. But that doesn't make any sense. What? That really does not make any sense at all. Like, what? So there's 2 mines, there has to be 1 in here, so yeah, that one's done. But then, like, cause you can have a max. Like, you can have this. Like, there must be at least 1 mine in every 2x2 area. So there has to be at least 1 mine here, and then at least 1 mine here. So there has to at least be 1 mine here. And so that means that, like, you have to have 1 mine here. Oh, I almost clicked. And you have to have at least 1 mine here. So what? That doesn't make any sense. But at least we did it. So we did V, we did Q. What's M5? What's that? Multiple. Each mine in a colored cell counts as 2. Remaining mine counts unaffected by this rule. Checkable coloring. This level is checkable colored. Yeah, that's multiple. Oh. Multiple. Each mine in a colored cell counts as 2. Remaining mine count is unaffected by this rule. So 3. Yep. Okay. And then so there's 2 in here. So one of these equates to 2 mines. So you're doing 2 times 3, which is 6. Which okay, that makes sense. Oh my god. So remaining mine count is unaffected by this rule. Huh. So this 5, you have to have this one because you can have at least like 2 of these, because that's 1, so be 4, and then this equates to 2, so you need at least 2 of these, and then so that means that there's one here, because this 3 wants at least 1 of these. So that means that you can't be and you can't be. So there has to at least be 1 in here. It's 4. I think no, I don't think you're able to do these until like later on. So this 2 wants either these 2 or this. This 3 wants at least 1 of these and then 1 of these. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're done. You're done. Oh my god, mate. So 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6. Need that one. So we either need this one or 2 of these. So that's a 2. 7 is a 4. So we could either have both of these. Well, at least 1 of these isn't a mine. And this wants at least, you can't be. So 2, 4, 6. That actually helps. You're done. You're done. 2, 4, 5. You have to be. And there we go. So that's those levels. So we could do one more. Might try V again. Let's just see. Well, that was easy. Yeah, I think we'll end on that. We will do this tomorrow. And if you also want to if you want me to play any games, any other games, then you can comment on the game that you want me to play, and I may be able to play it depending on like stuff. But for now, that's it. Bye.